What's up, guys? My name is Khan, and we're back today with a new game called Stationeers. Now, this game is an interesting sort of game. It's the best way I would describe it would be a space survival simulator. And the only reason I say simulator is because it is very realistic in the building. So it is sort of a space surviving building type game, focused mostly on building space stations or like moon bases and that sort of thing. But you have to think about everything when you play this game. So you have to think about the wiring, the piping for all the airlocks, the oxygen tanks required, and everything like that. It's not just as easy as, putting down pieces of equipment and having it work. So I was really excited by it, but it has a very, very, very aggressively steep learning curve. And just to show you exactly what I'm talking about, we'll go right into the tutorial. The tutorial, it basically runs you through the controls. You can see we're on this lovely space station here. There's all sorts of stuff in here. Oh, okay, that's a window. Can I go through here? No, it's locked. Perfect. But anyways, you can see we're on this nice, lovely space station, so we have to take our helmet. I gotta put my helmet on, so we just hold the 1 key, and take the suit, hold the 2 key, and there we go. We got the backpack. Perfect. So we can go into this other room here. And now they want us to find a battery cell and put it in my left hand, so battery cell, yep. Put it in my suit, so we can just scroll over to our suit here, put the battery in there. Put the filter in our suit so we can actually go outside. Okay, and handheld tablet, yeah, and the battery cell. Hold on here, we gotta pick that up with the other hand. Okay, and then we gotta put the battery in the tablet. Perfect. So the controls, I'm pretty good at it now. It takes a little bit of getting used to. You have only 2 hands, so you can only put stuff in your left and right hand. When you first start playing this game, it takes a lot of effort to get used to the controls, but everything it gets intuitive eventually. You can see there we've got our tablet with all our recipes, which is just fantastic. Okay, I'm apparently scrolling through. I don't want. There we go. Right, and so you can see it does take a little bit to get used to, but eventually you can get used to it. Okay, and then we have to make a muffin. So find recipe 26, which is the muffin. All right, where's the muffin here? 26. Come on. Should have probably gone the other way. That would have been faster. All right, we got a muffin. We need to make a muffin. Pick up the microwave. Okay, we're making microwavable muffins. I didn't realize that was a thing. Pick up the microwave. There we go. We'll put this down on the desk. On the desk. There we go. And wait, why are you not connected? Oh yeah, get wrench. Right, I need to wrench it to the desk because, when you're installing a microwave, you have to wrench it. Here we go. Here's my wrench. Perfect. No, wrench. Clean wrench. No. Wrong. There we go. Connect the microwave. Perfect. So you can see there, it connects it to the thing, and it sort of snaps it. Everything has got a really nice grid system in this game, so you don't really have to worry about placing stuff. Eggs, flour, milk. Okay, well, let's drop the wrench. Okay, so there's some flour. We'll throw that away. Don't need that. Get some milk. Perfect. Don't need that. And then an egg. Apparently, that's how you make a muffin. And then we'll turn it on. Oh, I have to close it. Okay, perfect. And then a bowl of mush will magically become a muffin. Perfect. See that? Then we open our muffin. Now we get a muffin. Can I eat the muffin? Wear the tool belt. Okay. It doesn't say anything about not eating the muffin, so... Oh, consume. There we go. Perfect. Consume the muffin. Pick up steel sheets in the left hand. Check. Close my space helmet visor. Check. See there, our internal pressure display activating in the top right there, and go through the airlock door. Okay, perfect. So you can see this is what I'm talking about with all the wiring. So these are all electrical wires, data cables. You have to hook up the airlock doors. Those are all hooked into a computer somewhere. I think this computer. And you can program all this yourself. Well, not really program. It's hard to explain, but eventually you get to the point where, for example, you have solar panels and you have to adjust the solar panel. And we'll get to that when we get into the survival section. But you basically just have to think of everything, which is why I absolutely love this game, because you can see this is the station we were on. I'm on an invisible wall here. I can't go further. But you see they've got all this ducting on the outside as well, and, ducting there for air bleed-offs and radiators and all that sort of thing. So, really a lot of stuff that you just have to think about and you have to do yourself. And it's really, it's quite awesome. I love playing it. Okay, so we gotta equip the wire cutters. Okay, well, those are in here. Check. Okay, remove the burnt cable. Oh, okay, right. Okay, check. Put on a new cable here, so we can just equip that. Perfect. And that would be that. Okay, and then we gotta weld the frame to complete the tutorial. Yeah, no, that's great. We'll click the welder, turn the welder on. And, you know, so you think, okay, well, you know, Con, I see you played the tutorial. The tutorial seemed pretty easy. So I don't understand why this game is hard. You know, I keep saying it's got a steep learning curve. And obviously, you guys aren't seeing the controls, which does take a little bit to get used to. But you're probably thinking, well, that tutorial seemed pretty easy. And it is. It is a very easy tutorial. The difficult part is when you actually go to play the world. So we're in a new survival world now on the moon. And this is what we get. We have, you know, basically a road flare. We've got a few crates of supplies. We've got a portable air scrubber and a portable oxygen tank, which is empty, by the way. This is just great. They're like, oh, here, we're just gonna drop you off on the moon with a bunch of crates. Here's a portable tank that's empty. Oh no, it's full. No, empty. I don't know, it's got a lot of pressure. 7,700 pressure. Maybe it's full. But it's in the red. I don't know, maybe it is full. Who knows? Then we got a portable air conditioner, you know, consumable supplies. So basically, you know, we get dropped off on the moon. We go to Space Academy, and they're like, all right, we're going to teach you how to make a muffin. And then we get dropped off on the moon, and then that's the end of it. I'm pretty sure we just fell into a crater here. Okay, so we need to focus on getting a base. So the premise of this game is really simple. We got to survive on the moon and build a space station. So we're just going to go up the edge of this crater. I really like this crater. Build a base on the edge of it and eventually explore and see a lot more. So we'll get up here. Okay. So we need to build a base. So this is consumable supplies. We don't really need you. This is, oh yeah, this is useful too. They give you, what, 4 crates? 5 crates? Is it 5 crates? 4 crates, right? And one of the crates is full of spray paint. So they're like, yo, just graffiti the moon. It's cool. It's cool. We don't, you know, you'll be fine. And then another crate has like 3 eggs. Oh, it's a fertilized egg. Ooh. Okay, we'll put this here. Construction supplies 1. So that we need, and we need construction supplies 2. So let's go to this over here. So the first thing we're gonna have to do is build a platform and get some power set up and a solar panel and all that. So we're gonna get in here. We need some iron frames. That'll build us a platform, and we'll just put the duct tape away because we don't really need that. Okay, perfect. So this game is very difficult, like very difficult. The first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna run out of life support. So this life support battery, pretty much has to stay charged. If it loses its charge, we're done. So we need to have a way to charge that battery and swap it out with other batteries. The good news is we can actually steal batteries from our tools. So all, you know, the welder, the grinder, and the drill, they all have a battery we can steal if we're dead for life support. But yeah, it's not good time. So we got to get that set up. So first thing we're gonna do, we're gonna place a little bit of a platform here. So we're just gonna lay out a really simple, like, you know, 9 square 3 by 3 platform. We don't really need a lot of space initially because this is not really going to be, I mean, this will eventually be interior, but for now we're not really going to have an interior. And we need a frame there, we need a frame there, and we need to go up. So this will be where the roof level is built at eventually. So we're not gonna keep going. Okay, well actually we should place some frames here. This would be good too. Okay. All right, now we gotta like weld these frames to actually, you know, be able to walk on them and stuff. So we'll just go over here. And we're just gonna put, I need something else. What do I need? I need iron sheets to put on top of the frames, and I need to grab a weld tool. So it is, you know, it is kind of a game that you have to think about, right? Like you'd have to think, okay, if I'm trying to do this in real life, how would I do it? So we just turn on our welder. You see, we just weld stuff up, easy mode. And then of course we're gonna run out of iron sheets, so we'll have to get that going. But the game's got a pretty decent crafting system. But for this episode, I think all we're going to do is just get power set up and set up the initial structures that they have in there, because then we'll have to go do some mining and do some mining and smelting. But we'll save the mining and smelting, I think, for the next episode when we start actually getting into more advanced materials. Weld this bottom frame first. Perfect. And this frame. The thing is, I've played a bit. I haven't really played too much of the game. I took a couple hours to get used to the controls, because yes, it took me a while. And once I got used to the controls, I got to this point where I had a nice little platform set up, and I had some power. But I got to the point where I was melting and smelting iron, but then I had to start smelting steel, which requires a whole different method, because you have to add coal into the mix, and you have to have a whole different furnace and blah blah blah. And then I was like, you know what, I gotta start doing this for YouTube, because this game is really just, it's quite awesome. Like it's so great. I don't know what to say. It's an awesome game. All right, so we're gonna put on top of that pillar, we're gonna put a solar panel. So we'll take the solar panel kit and we'll put the iron sheets there, because the solar panel kit needs glass on it. And I also like how the crafting in this game is really quick. All right, and let's rotate this. There we go. Perfect. Okay, so data and power. Everything has data, mainly because when you get to the point of automating things, you need to have, data hookups for everything. So if you want it to, to automatically do stuff. So we've got our solar panel. The sun's not out yet, obviously. So we'll just where the heck is our boxes? Okay, here we go. So we'll go put our sheets back. Our flares all seem to have gone out. Okay, and then we need a power controller, and then we need to get wires. Wires. Okay, power controller. Flip it. Perfect. Okay, and then we gotta take this. Yep. I'm also realizing I haven't customized my character yet, so probably do that before the next episode. I totally forgot that every time you join a new game, it gives you sort of a random customization. I keep pressing the, okay, here we go. We need the crowbar. Alright, now we gotta wire this thing up. So first thing we're gonna do is we'll actually go put this back. We'll get the battery for it, because we need a battery in the power controller. So there we go, we got the battery. You see it's just a empty battery, but we put it in there, and then this will run the power for our space station. You don't need the battery, but the battery is basically for when the solar panel stops getting power then from the sun, right? Then the battery will take over. So we're gonna actually adjust the solar panel. And again, this is the kind of thing that we can start doing automatically eventually, but for now, we're stuck having to do this all manually. Let's just rotate this 90 degrees to the right. No, not 100 degrees, 90 degrees. And then we'll tilt this downwards, maybe like that. That looks pretty good. Okay, and then we'll lay the cabling for this. Okay, so we got a cabling first. That's good, a corner piece. We need to rotate down. Okay, just like that. And then we just can straighten everything else out. 4-way junction, 6-way junction, straight piece. And you guys are probably wondering, well, Con, why is there no sound in this game? And it's because we don't actually have oxygen yet. So pretty much every space game where you actually have sound in space is not really realistic, because there isn't really sound in space, because you can't actually hear anything when there's no air for the sound to move through. So basically, until we have an actual oxygenated room, we won't really hear much in the game, but that's okay. Okay, and then we're just going to bring our power down. So this should be getting power now, this whole cabling system. And then we're going to put a junction here. Perfect, because we're gonna put a battery charger here, because we're gonna need one of those eventually. I think you get one by default, so we'll just put it there, and then we'll go with the corner pieces here, and we'll lay this down on the ground, and this will be for our equipment. So we'll go get our equipment. We'll wire that up. We need the arc furnace. This is what we use to smelt the initial ores. Basically a giant electric furnace, nothing really fancy about it. Okay, and power goes into that side. All right, so we've laid our power for this one. It's not exactly clean. I mean, it's kind of all over the place. I could have had this turned the other way. There's just these stacks here, which I kind of wanted, towards the wall. It's not really a big deal. We can walk over the power, no problem. It's just, it looks kind of messy. But anyways, so we've got our power controller here. So let's turn this on. We should have had this on the whole time. Now it's charging. You can see there with the blue and green LED. So we could close that panel. I'll leave it open because we might steal that battery if we need it, because that battery will be charging right now. And then of course our arc furnace here, it should be able to power on. You can see they're perfect if we wanted to use it. Of course, we don't have any ore yet. All right, so the second piece of equipment we need is the auto lathe. And this is really our sort of, I guess it's like the main crafting station, if you want to call it that. Okay, so we'll just rotate this around. And again, this is a nice good spot right here. Leave some space on either side. So the reason you'll see there's an input and an output. So you put raw materials in and it will put products out here. I'm pretty sure you can start hooking machines up into other machines and make automated facilities. I'm not entirely sure about that. I obviously haven't gotten very far into this game, but I know there's a lot of depth into this game. You can get into really advanced things and much more awesome creations. So this is the This is really the building facility, the first like crafting center, let's call it. So you can see we can build like floor crating, we can create, you know, construction kits for different pieces, pipes, you know, tool manufactory. So all sorts of other things we got to build. So we're just gonna grab our wires here, hook that thing up. So the final thing we need to do is, well, first we need to actually wrench our solar panel so it picks up more power here. Hold on. Let's just, yeah, let's adjust this guy. Tilt upwards. A little bit, something like that. Okay, tilt downwards maybe a little bit. Okay, that's good. All right, so we've got those facilities. We're still charging. Final thing we're going to do is hook up the battery charger. So if we can find that, where is the battery charger? Battery charger, battery cell charger. Perfect. So we need one of these just so we can actually start charging the batteries for our tools and suits and all that. So we'll just put this right here, and then we just need to wire it up. And that works just fine and dandy. That switch looks a little bit wobbly, but that's okay. So that's pretty much all we need to have our basic power set up. It's pretty simple. And, you know, now the next thing we can do is put some walls on this a little bit. Although, do we need to, I need to make wall kits, I think. Autolathe, build, kit, not iron wall. Wall kit. Construction kit walls, that's what we need. Not enough reactions. What do we need for construction kit walls? Oh, we need to turn this on. Not interact as the device is not powered. Oh, that's because I hooked up the data cable and I didn't hook up the plugged it into the wrong thing. All right, let's just really quickly fix that. Let's just disconnect you. That was my bad. Whoops. All right, we'll do this. Perfect. And then we'll just go like this. We'll put a corner piece down. Okay, and then we'll put a straight piece. All right, perfect. Now the device is powered. There we go. Look at that. So obviously to get some walls on it, we need iron and copper, but I don't want to do that yet. The sun is going down. It's going to be hard to see, and we'll save that for the next episode. So we'll turn that off to save some power. We'll keep that running because we're probably going to have to survive throughout the night on life support. But make sure you guys, if you do like this video, make sure you hit that like button down below, hit that subscribe button, check out the game on Steam. I think it's a pretty cool game. It does get much more complicated than this. You can see we just have a basic sort of crafting setup. But next episode, I think we'll start mining some materials, get some walls put up, maybe even put an airlock and try and oxygenate this thing with the portable air scrubber. I haven't really played around with the oxygen stuff yet. I don't actually know how to make an oxygenated room. So right now we're just going to live in the spacesuit. But make sure you hit those buttons down below. Let me know in the comments what you think. And as always, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see y'all next time.